It was good. It's your boy Red, Journey with Red. I just got off camera from doing the promo for this month's giveaway. I'll put the details in the description if you want to take part in it. Definitely going out my way to raise money for this project. I really don't like just begging, from people and just asking for handouts or becoming begging Billy. I found through the years that sometimes it's an emergency. The people may help you out. But if it's something that's going to get you just a little bit further in their mind, they're going to put the brakes on and be like, nah, I can't help you. I'm sorry, I wish I could. So I always figure the best way to go is to use whatever things that I have available to go ahead and do things like raffles, my services. In fact, after I do this, I got to do a clip promoting what I do in Camden and Philadelphia as far as World of Red Media. But what I wanted to talk about today, and this has been a subject on my mind. In fact, I got up and I listened to some orators that were actually talking about it. And I think the easiest way to do it is to say protecting your peace. I've noticed that a lot of people put on a good front. It's almost like I said, if you say, hey, listen, help me out because I'm trying to get further by doing this, you will hear no. But another technique or another tactic that people use is they try to disrupt or disturb your peace. I'm one of those people, if I cannot find a quiet moment to focus, my thoughts become jumbled. And anybody in my life, I actually tell this to. I'm like, I just need some peace and quiet, and I can figure just about anything out. And through the years, through the decades, I'm not even going to say years, being a damn vampire. Through the decades, I found out that the more you tell people this, is the more that they try to disrupt your peace. What is the reason behind it to disrupt somebody else's peace? I don't know. Maybe they're not at peace with themselves. Maybe the only way they can become at peace with themselves is by disrupting or destroying your peace, destroying your sense of focus, your sense of balance. Maybe it makes them feel better. Maybe there's some trauma from their past that this is the only way that they know that they can fix those things that hurt inside of them. I was listening to this, I don't remember her name, however, I will go back and put it in the comments. I actually do want to shout out her YouTube channel because she said a lot of things that actually made sense that I really didn't even think about. One of those things is sometimes people see your shine, they see, your inner balance, they see your inner peace, and it just disrupts their life. And now they just go out of their way and they say, hey, I'm going to disrupt your life. I'm going to show you that you're just like me. I'm going to disrupt your life. Now, when we talk about things like quote unquote shadow work, fixing ourselves, making ourselves into better human beings, making ourselves into more focused human beings, making ourselves more balanced human beings, is I have to do the work. And many of you have to do the work. I through the years, I basically have had this whole mindset of, hey, listen, I came in by myself, going out by myself. Everybody is just transient in between. Everybody is transient. Everybody is replaceable. Everybody can go in and out of my life. My life will continue to go on for however long the universe sees fit for my life to go on. And I usually tell people, especially if I find that their whole purpose, their whole sense of existence in their life is to disrupt my peace by, trying to downplay me, downplay the things that I do, downplay, my capabilities. You ever have someone that asks you a question and, you really might not know the answer. And then they turn around and say, oh, I thought because you did this, you would know that. You didn't know. And that used to be something that would trigger me and get me upset. Now I have decided, as of making this video, I will no longer allow those things to pull me out of position or get me upset. Again, we're talking about the shadow work. Okay? You have have to realize that, other people's opinions really don't matter. They really don't matter, because at the end of the day, if you believe in a higher power, that's who you have to answer to. Not to them. Not to that person on this earthly realm. You have to answer to your higher power. If you're like me, you believe in the universe. Hey, when I hit the Akashic record, they're going to open the book and be like, yo, why'd you do this, son? Why didn't you do this? This would have been a better course for you. See, I have to answer for that. So if you continue to let people do things that they know are going to irritate you, in fact, they do it for that reason. Don't get it misconstrued. They do it for that reason, and then they say, oh, you're looking too deep into it. Oh, that's not what I meant. Oh, this is what I do every day. However, they only do it around you. I have this phrase that I always say, people that throw darts. I look like a damn Bally dartboard on my back, because people throw these darts constantly. They say stuff under their breath. They walk by you, say something. You'll be working on something and say, oh, are you sure that's the way it's supposed to be done? It doesn't matter. Now my whole thing is, well, you show me how it's supposed to be done. Which will usually be followed with the answer of, oh, that's what you do. So what are you getting involved with it for? Why are you worried about it? If you can't give me an answer to help me move forward, what is your value? So the only value that you intend to give me is the value to try to bring me down, to belittle me, to try to make me feel less than what I am. Again, I'm going to tell you a secret that I learned, okay? It's not their fault. It is not their fault. It's your fault. And I'm going to explain that in 1 second. It is definitely your fault. Do you know the reason why? Because you can choose to ignore it. You can choose to decide that, hey, your opinion really doesn't matter. You can decide to say, hey, listen, there's almost 8 billion people on this planet. There's somebody talking about me, and I really can't hear them. So you talking about me, you trying to bring me down, you trying to deconstruct me, isn't going to really make a difference. You fit into that pack of people. Is it easy to do? Nope. Not going to lie to you. It is not that. This is probably the hardest thing that you will have to do to get your life back on track. One thing that this lady said is we can always look back in our lives and find the time when we were actually happy. Happy. No problems. We was doing good. We was doing great. So if you find yourself in a state of unhappiness now, what changed? What changed? What changed to make you feel that you can no longer capture that happiness that you used to have? Think about it. Did something happen in your life? Or more importantly, did somebody come into your life, and then as you go back through that timeline, you start to notice, hey, this is when I started to become unhappy. This is when I started to everything just started to fall apart. What happened to me? Why is my life like this now? Because you have to, again, we come back to choice. I just got through talking about this. We come back to choice. You have to decide what's more important to you. Is it more important that you keep this aspect of your life that is bringing you no value, no return on investment, no joy, no happiness, if you continue to feed into that, or you just switch gears 180 and you go back into feeding into your soul? The things that make you great, the things that bring you joy, the things that bring you value, the things that bring you happiness. Think about that for a second. Which way is going to work for you? Again, we come back to those hard defining choices. I get it. It's not as easy as it sounds. There could be years of friendship involved. It could be a relationship. It could be a family member. Hell, it could be your own child. But at the same time, you have to figure out, hey, how do I best serve the whole world Do I serve it in a state of perpetual happiness, or do I save it in a perpetual state of pain and anger and unhappiness? Again, the hard choices. We always come back to the hard choices. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do, because this is your life. Always going to tell you, this is my journey. Hence the title, Journey with Red. This is my journey. You know, there is a point where you have to decide, where I have to decide what's more important to me. Right now, I choose happiness. Now, in the next few videos, we're going to see what I do, what actions I take to ensure that happiness. You know, it's not unattainable, because I can just go back 7, 8, 9, 10 years back into my life and say, hey, I was happy. I was really freaking happy. Had no major problems, didn't have a constant stream of drama, okay? Didn't have people that I have to explain the basic common sense rules to. I was freaking happy. So that means that if I'm no longer happy, if I'm no longer joyful, if I'm finding it so hard to move ahead and do the things that I want to do, I am going to have to decide what things are more important to me. And that's going to take some work. You know, you don't dump a 500-piece puzzle on the ground and say, okay, it's done. It's going to take a little while. It's going to take a little time. It's going to take a little focus. It's going to take some sort of, hey, listen, I'm going to get this done. I know it's 500 pieces, but if I get these 2 pieces, if I just get the corners figured out, I can work through the rest. And that's what we have to do as human beings. We have to decide, say, hey, let me just focus on the corners. I'm not going to be able to put this thing together in 5 or 10 minutes. I'm not. So let me break off some time and give my complete focus to fixing this puzzle. Strangely enough, this is how our lives turn out. This is how our lives get fixed. This is how our lives get better. By deciding, hey, listen, I'm going to just take a few minutes, block everything out, and focus on the person that I am, or the persons that I am going to be, or the person that I am becoming. We have so many, I guess, things that just hang right there on the horizon. And as you peer into the horizon, you know, it's like, how I say, it's like you're walking in the desert and you see a well, and you're sure it's a well. It's not a mirage, it's a freaking well. And then you see these abandoned buildings on the other side. They could be pharaohs, tombs, whatever, but they're just abandoned. You know, you have to decide what is your best course. You're in the desert, you probably need water. You can always go get the water and then come back and discover the ruins or the abandoned buildings or whatever you want to call the tombs. But the most important thing is that you take care of self. I can't say that enough. You begin to take care of yourself, because all the people that's trying to bring you down, all the people that's trying to bring pain into your life, all the people that just keep your life a constant drama shit show, they're enjoying their life because they see, just from looking in, hey, I may not have anything in my life, I may not be able to do anything with my life, but I can sure enough destroy this person's life. You have to decide which way you're going to go with that. You know, are you going to let them win, or are you going to become that person that you were destined to become way before they even began to exist? Keep on going down the years. There's a point in your life where these people that are bringing you nothing but pain and unhappiness did not exist. And I can guarantee that your life was better. So you already know the object that has already, the object or objects that have brought you to this point. You have to start finding a way to remove yourself. Okay? Let me say it again. You have to find a way to remove yourself. Because if you don't, do you think they're going to let up? I have found that most people, if they're stupid, or they're, as the kids say, stuck on stupid, they're going to continue down the same path. That's a spoiler alert right there. This person is never going to change. This person, if you think you're happy now, they will find a way to bring you right back down to your state of unhappiness, because that's where they find their joy. That's where they find their happiness. It's your journey. I can't tell you what to do. You can continue to try to fix somebody else, but I'm going to tell you the easiest path, the most logical path, the path with least resistance is going to be to fix yourself. Fix yourself. Stop letting these things trigger you. Stop letting these things get you upset. Learn how to not get angry. Learn to not get upset. Learn to actually take this person that's sitting there going blah, 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 make them into the Charlie Brown teacher where all you hear is blah, blah, blah. You know, if it's a boss, if it's a manager, if it's a boyfriend, if it's a girlfriend, if it's a husband, it's a wife. The title doesn't change what's inside of a person. That is the first thing that we are taught as children, thinking that it makes sense. People are people. People are going to do the shit that they do, no matter what the title is. Never get fooled by a title. There's good cops, there's bad cops, but they all have the title of cops. There's good doctors, there's bad doctors, but they all have the title of doctor. Do you understand that? Go ahead, continue your journey, but I think it's time that we start doing this work. And it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, you know. If I come across something, I'll share it with you. If you have a question or concern, or you're having problems fighting through it, I'll sit down and do the research and say, hey, listen, this is what I've learned. Maybe this will work for you, but you got to put it in the comments. Okay, you got it. I'm not a mind reader. I got many talents, but mind reading is not any of those. But I think I kept you guys long enough. October contest, yes. Okay, I'm raising money for a project. I got to get this project off the table. I'm going to continue to do these. I think the easiest way for me to do it is just go ahead and jump on when I'm doing something crazy or insane, and just go ahead and, you know, talk about what I've learned, be it the week before or the day before. I want to thank you guys for tuning in Journey with Greg. Guys, subscribe, share the video, especially if it resonates with you, and I'm quite sure it resonates with a lot of people. With that being said, I got to get on with my day. God, it's the first. I got to make the promo for World of Red Media LLC, get some of these contracts in, and I think that's just about it. Again, I want to thank you guys for your time. The one thing that you never get back and can never be recycled. With that being said, as you know, I am Red, and you definitely know, love you guys. Make sure you put in the work. Only you can do it.